Hello, everybody, and welcome to Maybe Gymnasium here on the beautiful campus of Our Lady of the Lake University. Mike Thompson here with you as we get ready for Red River Athletic Conference matchup between your Our Lady of the Lake University Saints and the Rams of Huston-Tillotson University out of Austin, Texas. Both teams sit atop of the Red River Athletic Conference right now, tied at a 6-0 conference record, both with a 2-game lead over Wiley and St. Thomas. So first place is on the line tonight here at Maybe Gymnasium between these two rivals, separated by 78 miles. Saints have played the Rams 19 times since 2007 and have not lost. Saints have defeated Tillotson in three sets in all but three times. They also won when they won 3 sets to 1. Saints are coming off some tough wins this past weekend. Actually, both teams went on an East Texas swing as both of them were able to knock off Wiley College and knock off Huston-Tillotson University. St. Thomas University this weekend. And again, both are 6-0 in conference play. And Huston-Tillotson 12-4 overall on the season. Saints are 10-5 on the season. Saints hoping to get the victory tonight, be in first place all by themselves. Saints only one loss in conference last year. That was on the road. That was at the University of the Southwest. But again, 19-0 all time against Huston-Tillotson. And the Saints have won 9 of their last 10 matches. The only loss in that streak was to St. Mary's University back on the 19th, 3 sets to 1. So we get ready for this one to start here. As Coach Tiffin, Jeremiah Tiffin, Saints head coach, in his 3rd season. Going up here against Dan Benke, the head coach at HTU. So the Saints and Tillotson both at 6-0 on the season. First place in the Red River on the line here, as this will be the halfway point of the conference season for both clubs. After this, actually, the Saints will leave tomorrow. They'll be heading off to Florida, where they will take place. They will take part in the Warner University Royal Classic. That'll be in Lake Wales, Florida. The first match is on Thursday. As we are ready to go here. Saints and the Rams from Maybe Gymnasium. Here on the campus of Our Lady of the Lake University, just outside of downtown San Antonio. And the Rams will serve first, as Valencia Barrett, 5'7" freshman from Lamar, Texas, will be serving. And over. Thomas, across over to Swain, 2 touches. And something the Saints have struggled with this year, as both Thomas and Martinez have had issues with that. 1-0 early on. Huston-Tillotson back down. Huston-Tillotson now with a 2-0 lead here in set number 1. As Barrett to serve again. And that's going to be a service error point for the Saints. And that'll bring up Thomas to serve for the Saints. Mr. Thomas leads the team in assists on the season, 334 total. Barrett sets up and sent way back there by Moore. Over the top again, nicely dug up, and Hubbard caught the top of the net, or else she might have had an easy kill there. Rivetta back, and it's going to go wide and point for Huston-Tillotson. As Vanessa Salinas, the senior from Richmond, Texas, to serve now for the Rams. Nicely sitting up there. And that goes into the net as Thomas. And that'll be another point for Huston-Tillotson. And it's a 4-1 lead here in set number 1. Salinas to serve again. A young Tillotson team. As Swain will send it over. Knocked back alive by Thompson. Over the sent back down at the net by Raven Swain, and point for the Saints. Saints back to within 2 now, trailing 4-2. Olivetis coming out. And Natalie Fazio to check in. Raven Swain's serve is just over. Good job there. Just get it over to Thompson there. It's Thomas, a cross over to Fazio off the fingertips of the defenders. Back up and over. Thompson again. Swain, keep it alive. Thomas all the way around over to Fazio. Fazio sends it back deep. And diving there is Salinas, not able to keep it alive and off at point Saints. Saints trail by 1 now. Raven Swain. Serve just getting over, sliding up there was Zagiri. Back by Bartlett. Thompson just sends it over. Thomas, back, Rivetta. Kept alive, Barrett. Sets up, Thompson over. Sliding, keeping it alive, Fazio and Thomas, and they send it back over. Barrett. And that's going to be 2 touches, point for the Saints. And we are tied at 4. But a fantastic dig there for Fazio and Thomas to keep it alive so the Saints could get it over. And we're tied at 4. Barrett back around, sent back deep there by Armour. Fazio across over to Rivetta. Rivetta kept up by Salinas. Barrett, and now Salinas will send it over. Thomas over to Hubbard, and Hubbard gets it over there and swinging their Armour sends it back, and a point for the Saints, and they take their first lead of the match now at 5-4. Raven Swain still serving, leads the team in kills this year with 174 total. Barrett, cross, Thompson sends it over, kept alive Thomas. Martinez, Swain over the top of the net, kept alive. Barrett, Thompson again, long point Saints. The Saints are not letting the ball hit the court. That's Swain, up and over. That's Salinas there, sent back down and gonna go wide. And point actually was a violation there into the net first, but it would have been wide also. And the point for Huston-Tillotson. Victoria Zagiri, the freshman from San Antonio, McCollum High School, now to serve for Tillotson. Thomas, back, Rivetta. At the net, Hubbard puts it down. Bailey Hubbard gives the Saints a 2-point lead again. And Hubbard now to serve. Hubbard comes into this match leading the team in blocks with 43 total on the season. For the freshman out of Helotes, sends there Raven Swain, not able to get under that one. And a point there for Huston-Tillotson. The Rams trail by 1 now to the Saints. Kat Reeves, the sophomore from San Marcos, now to serve for Huston-Tillotson. Reeves up and over. Fazio. Thomas sets it forward. Swain. Swain sends it. Kept up there by the libero Washington. Over. Thomas. Martinez. Fazio. Sent back and long point Saints. 2-point lead now for the Saints. Anissa Rivetta now to serve. Rivetta up and over. Barrett up ahead. Thompson kept alive by Swain. Rivetta over now to Fazio. Off the fingertips and down, and point Saints. 3-point advantage now for the Saints. Rivetta to serve again. Lisa Rivetta, the sophomore from El Paso. The serve is over. Barrett back. Sent over, kept up by Rivetta. Martinez. Fazio over the top. Kept alive there by Reeves. Over now to Thompson. Thompson back there. Rivetta. Martinez. Swain by Salinas. Barrett. Sent back and over there now to Wood. Wood off of Thompson and Tyson. And the point for the Saints, a 4-point advantage now here in set number 1. Up. Thompson over the top. There's Raven Swain. Rivetta. Fazio. And Fazio sends it down as Miranda Washington not able to keep that one going. And point for the Saints. It's now a 5-point lead. And we're going to have a timeout, Huston-Tillotson. Saints 5-point lead, 11-6 here in set number 1. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back, everybody, in Maybe Gymnasium. Saints with a 11-6 lead over Huston-Tillotson. Saints with 7 kills in the match so far, just 1 for Huston-Tillotson tonight. Saints attack percentage at 200. Tillotson right now to negative 0.59. 6 assists for the Saints, 1 for Tillotson. 13 digs for the Saints, 10 for Huston-Tillotson. As we're back underway after the serve there by Rivetta. Sent back there. Rivetta sets back over to Wood. Salinas there, nice dig. Washington, Thompson, over the top. Fazio there for it. Rivetta, back to Wood. Wood gets it. Salinas, Barrett, nice job. Reeves, into the net, point Saints. Reeves just got a little on top of it, sent it into the net, and now Anissa Rivetta continuing to serve here. Saints with a 6-point advantage. Barrett snuck it over, kept alive for a moment. A nice try by Martinez and Rivetta, but just couldn't get enough on it to send it high enough to send it over. So the Saints lead is at 5. And serving here for Tillotson is going to be Emily Ellington, 5'9" senior from Roswell, Texas. Rivetta. They say she to the net there, point for Tillotson. On the violation, Saints lead down to 4. Ellington to serve again. Rivetta. Fazio. Fazio's blown up at the net by Huston-Tillotson by Brianna Taylor. The 6-foot senior outside hitter out of Houston. So Taylor just one of 2 seniors on this squad for Huston-Tillotson. Sent back again. Rivetta. Barrett. Sent down and not able to keep that one alive as Brianna Taylor will bring Tillotson to within 2 here. Serve over. Rivetta sets across over to Wood. Wood there, and Ellington got a hand on it, but it'll go wide. Point for the Saints. The lead is 3. Fazio now to serve. Fazio sends it. Fazio leads the team in aces on the season. Barrett able to get that over. Fazio. And there is Cardenas. Finds an empty spot in the back corner. Point for the Saints. 4-point lead. Natalie Fazio to serve again. The junior from Plano, 29 total aces on the season. 20 kills her last match here at home. And into the net, service error at a point for Huston-Tillotson. She'll come out. Olivetis will check back in for the Saints now. As Washington to serve for the Rams. Up and over. And a service ace for Huston-Tillotson. And they'll draw the Rams back to within 2 now. Up it goes with a serve. Martinez, Olivetta, cross over to Swain. Swain will send it off the fingertips of the defenders at the net. Back it goes, sent out, and point for Huston-Tillotson off the shot there from Tyson. Or from Taylor, I'm sorry. Tillotson back to within 1 now. They trailed by 6 a moment ago. Rivetta all the way across to Swain. Ellington keeps it alive. Barrett back to Ellington. It's going to go wide and point for the Saints. Saints lead is at 2 now at 15-13. And that'll bring the junior, Rita Martinez, out of McAllen to serve. Up and over. Barrett sent down, kept alive by Martinez. Rivetta all the way across over to Swain. Ellington, Reeves, good job to keep it going. Taylor, nice dig there from Olivetta's and 2 touches. Again on the Saints. And that'll bring Tillotson to within 1 now. That'll bring Barrett back around to serve. Rivetta. Swain sends it back and down. Barrett came over. Ellington couldn't get over in time as it went over the head of Barrett. And point for the Saints. The lead is 2. Anissa Thomas, the freshman from San Antonio, Incarnate Word High School, to serve now. Serve is up and over. Barrett serves forward over to Taylor at the net, kept alive. Rivetta. Thomas across over to Swain. Ellington keeps it alive. Barrett. Taylor down, kept up by Olivetta. Thomas. Swain back, finds the line and in. Point Saints. 3-point lead now. Thomas the serve. Up and over. As Washington, Barrett sends it back. Sent over by Zaghetti. Olivetta sliding forward, but not enough to get it up and over. And so point for Tillotson. They trail by 2 now. As the first kill by Zaghetti. Vanessa Salinas to serve. There at the net and didn't go over, went back and point. Huston-Tillotson back to within 1 here. As Vanessa Salinas serving again for the Rams. Up and over. Thomas. Hubbard back at the net. Blown up by Zaghetti. And we're tied at 17. And a timeout called by Coach Tiffin and the Saints. That timeout, as we're tied at 17 here in set number 1. Men's golf finished up in first place today at the 2017 Flyer Intercollegiate hosted by Lewis University at Cog Hill Golf Course and Country Club in Lamont, Illinois. Coming up on Thursday, the men's and women's soccer team will host Wiley College for a conference matchup. The women's game is set to begin at 1 o'clock, and the men's game is set to begin at 3. Men and women's cross-country teams will run in the UIW Invitational that is hosted by the University of the Incarnate Word. That's coming up this Saturday. Women's softball will begin their fall season this weekend on Saturday as they will be over at the OLLU softball field. The Saints are hosting the OLLU Round Robin October 7th and 8th. And don't forget to start the new season with 25% off all sweatshirts at OLLUSaintsGear.com through October the 9th. And for all updates on Saints activities, visit the website, www.OLLUSaintsathletics.com. Follow the Saints on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and Twitter. Use the hashtag OLLU Volleyball. As we are ready to get back at this, we're tied at 17 here in set number 1. And still serving is Salinas. Salinas with 2 service aces tonight. She's also got 5 digs. Up and over. Thomas. Cross over to Rivetta. Back of the net. Hubbard just punches it back over. Barrett. Forward. Zagiddy. Touched by Hubbard. Thomas over. Swain and sent back at the net by Tillotson. Zagiddy and Armour there for the Rams, and the Rams will take their first lead back in a while. Salinas sends it up and over. Ovetta. Thomas. Swain. Punched over by Barrett. Washington will just send it over. Thomas. Back. Rivetta. Rivetta gets it down. And will tie it for the Saints. Anissa Rivetta picking up her first kill of the night. And we are tied at 18. Natalie Fazio checks back in. Ovetta comes out. Swain to serve. Ravens just there as Washington dives over to keep it alive. Salinas and Ellington collide. And a little miscommunication. It gives the Saints the 1-point lead after going into the net. Swain over. Washington there. Barrett back. Armour over. Kept alive. Fazio. Martinez. Nice job again. Saints keeping it off the floor. Ellington sent back down by Hubbard. Up again. Washington. Ellington again. Wide point Saints. 2-point lead here. 20-18 in set number 1. Swain over. Barrett again down, and that's going to be put down by Zagari. And the Rams will pull to within 1 now. As Tatiana Tyson checks back in for Huston-Tillotson. Victoria Zagari to serve. Thomas sneaks it over, and Salinas can't get there. Point Saints, 2-point lead here. Cardenas check in for the Saints. Bailey Hubbard serving. Hubbard 2 kills on the night, sends that up and over. Hubbard, or Barrett that is, back, sent back from Ellington's shot at the net by Rivetta. And that's going to be 2 touches, I think. Yes, point Saints. And the lead is 3 here. And a timeout called by Huston-Tillotson. Saints lead by 3. We'll take a break. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back. Saints with a 3-point lead here in set number 1 against Huston-Tillotson. Leading 22-19. Bailey Hubbard, freshman from Helotes, serves over. Salinas. Barrett sent down by Tyson. And point for Huston-Tillotson. Rams trail by 2 now as Reeves checks back in. She'll be serving for the Rams. The serve is over. Swain, Thomas, back Rivetta. Rivetta sent back down at the net by Tyson. Punched over by Thomas. Barrett again. Tyson back. Swain, Thomas. Cardenas gets it down. 3-point lead here. Cardenas her second kill of the match now. 3-point Saints lead. Up and over by Rivetta. Barrett. Tyson sent down at the net by Fazio. Ellington, and that's going to be point on the violation. I think someone came forward. Raven Swain, I think, came forward when she shouldn't have, and a point for the Rams. They trail by 2 here. So Emily Ellington serving. Fazio, Rivetta, back. Fazio, sent down at the net by Taylor. And Tillotson to within one, and another timeout coming up here for the Saints. Saints lead it 23-22. We're in the first set. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And back to action here. Rivetta. Swain over the top there. Barrett. Taylor sent back down by Cardenas and Fazio. Rivetta sends it over now. Wood. Wood there at the net. Goes down. Point Saints, and that's going to be set point. Saints trying to take this first set here against Huston-Tillotson. With Fazio. Up and over. Ellington. Barrett. Back. Ellington. Rivetta. Cardenas back. Martinez. Rivetta across to Swain. Swain off the defenders. Barrett. And they just get it over. Cardenas again. Washington. Point Saints, and they take the first set. 25-22. Lead 1-0. We'll take a break. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back, everybody, as we get ready for set number 2 to start up here in a moment. Saints take that first set 25-22 over Huston-Tillotson, lead 1-0. Saints 16 kills in the first set, 7 for Huston-Tillotson. Saints had an attack percentage of 174, Tillotson at 047. 15 assists for the Saints, 6 for Tillotson, 25 digs for the Saints, 20 for Huston-Tillotson. 4 aces in the first set for Huston-Tillotson, the Saints with 1. Leader in kills right now for the match for the Saints is Natalie Fazio, has 4. We have 3 for Kalani Wood and 3 for Marisa Cardenas. Marisa Cardenas, if I can speak now. Diggs leader 8 for Raven Swain. And assist 8 for Anissa Rivera. So Thomas the serve here. Up and over. Barrett. As Ellington sends it back, catches the top of the net. Thomas over to Swain. Swain off the fingertips there of the defender at the net. And point for the Saints. As that one right off of Jade Armour. And a 1-0 lead for the Saints here. Armour sent back again at the net. Barrett will send it back. Sent down on Taylor's shot. And there is Hubbard, and still alive, Ellington. Martinez. Thomas. Back again. Rivera outpoints Saints. So the Saints with a 2-0 lead here to start set number 2. As a good job. Saints thought they had the point there off Bailey Hubbard, sending it back down. Huston-Tillotson, a good job keeping it alive, sending it over. And Saints able to finish it off. As Thomas the serve. Up and over. Barrett. Taylor back in the net. Caught Hubbard. Martinez. Swain back. Ellington just off of her forearm to send it back. Sent down by Rivera. And that's going to do it. Point for the Saints. So Thomas the serve here. As the officials are going to talk here. Saints were awarded the point. So I don't know if the officials are She was off the floor over on the Saints side, out of bounds when she returned it. So we're going to see. And I'm guessing the point will stay, or. So the point will stay. 3-0 for the Saints. So no replay there. Or redo. Thomas the serve. Up and over. Barrett. Back. As Armour sent it over. Thomas up. There's Hubbard. Ellington. Reeves punches it up. Washington sends it over the net. Thomas across to Swain. Washington again at the net. Hubbard right in front of Ellington. Point Saints. 4-0 Saints lead. So Thomas the serve. Up and over. Barrett across to Taylor. And Taylor showing a little power of her own. Gets Tillotson on the board here in the set number 2. So Jade Armour, a freshman out of San Antonio Holmes High School, now to serve for Huston-Tillotson. Send the serve over. At the net again, sent over by Thomas. And the Rams with a get to within 2 here as Armour to serve again. Into the net, service error, point for the Saints. Saints with a 3-point advantage. Raven Swain to serve. Olivetta coming out, and Natalie Fazio checking in for the Saints. Barrett. Crossover to Taylor. Sent down by Hubbard. Reeves just sends it over. Thomas sneaks it over again. Washington and Ellington dive. Neither one can get it. Point for the Saints. So Raven Swain to serve again here. Hop it over. Barrett. And mistiming the jump there was Aguirre. Taylor couldn't get there in time. Hits the floor. Point for the Saints. 5-point lead. And Coach Benke wants a timeout. Saints with a 7-2 lead, leading 1-0. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back, everybody. The Maybe Gymnasium here on the beautiful campus of Our Lady of the Lake University. Saints with a 7-2 lead here in set number 2 with a 1-0 lead. It's a battle for first place here at the Red River Athletic Conference. Both teams sitting on top with 6-0 records. Tillotson 12-4 overall in the season. Saints are 10-5 overall in the season. Saints have won 9 of their last 10 matches. As Raven Swain sends it over. Barrett. There is Aguirre, puts it in, and Tillotson comes away with a point after the timeout. So Barrett to serve as Jason Moore checks back in, the freshman from Killeen. And there's Hubbard with power right off of Barrett, and the Saints take a 5-point lead here in set number 2. Bailey Hubbard ready to serve. Barrett. As Taylor puts it down again. That's Brianna Taylor, the senior from Houston. That's been a force for Tillotson tonight. Rivetta back down. Martinez can't get to it. So 8-5 is our score. Salinas, Thomas, crossover to Fazio. There's the net, kept alive. Cardenas got it, and it just rolled along the net. Now back over, there's Moore. Martinez across, Rivetta. Rivetta, Moore, Washington. Salinas sends it over. Swain, Thomas sends it across. Fazio. Got it. No, it caught the antenna point for Huston-Tillotson. So the Rams back to within 2 now. After trailing by 5 a moment ago. So Salinas, 2 service aces, 5 digs tonight for the Rams. Thomas, Cardenas gets it. Washington trouble with it. Ellington, sent over by Zagira. Thomas, Rivetta. And point, as Zagira comes forward and point for the Saints on the violation. The Saints with a 3-point advantage. Anissa Rivetta to serve. Rivetta tonight with 2 kills, 4 digs. They're sent down at the net and put down by Cardenas, and point for the Saints. 4-point lead. Rivetta. Up and over Salinas. Barrett. Swain. Rivetta. Fazio would just send it over. Barrett. Cross Ellington off the fingertips of the net. Rivetta. Fazio. Long point. Huston-Tillotson. So Tillotson to within 3 here. And that'll be a service error. Washington could not get the help of the net there. It comes back down. Saints lead is back to 4. Natalie Fazio to serve here for the Saints. Fazio over. Ellington. Barrett. As Armour shot there goes. A long point Saints. 5-point lead. Saints tying their largest lead here of the second set. Largest lead of the match was 6 back in the first set. Fazio. Over. Barrett. Back over to Moore. Is going to go wide. Point for the Saints. And the Saints lead is at 6. Fazio again. Barrett. Armour sends it over. Rivetta. Cardenas back down. Kept alive by Martinez. Rivetta. Wood. Out. Point Saints. And a timeout is going to be called by Huston-Tillotson. And we'll take a timeout too. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back. Saints with a 7-point advantage here on Huston-Tillotson. Their largest lead of the match is Natalie Fazio to serve here, the junior out of Plano, Texas. Saints trying to take a 2-0 lead here. This battle between undefeateds in the Red River. Ellington. Barrett. Armour sent. And point for the Saints. Checking to see if anybody had touched it at the net. They said no, so it's an 8-point advantage now. As Tyson checks in now for Huston-Tillotson. Fazio. Washington. Barrett. Ellington. And that's going to find its way on the floor. And a point for Huston-Tillotson. That will end the run that the Saints had going. Zolavetta checks in. Reeves to serve for Huston-Tillotson as she checks in. Up and over. Rivetta. Cardenas. Barrett does a good job, just get it over. Wood there, sent back up. Barrett again. Ellington. Rivetta will send it over to Swain. Back again, out point Saints. Saints lead is back to 8 at 16-8. Martinez serving. Barrett. Send it right over to Tyson. Ellington, and not able to get over there to do anything is Salinas, and point for the Saints. The lead is 9. Martinez serve is over. Barrett sneaks it back. Martinez, Olivetta, just a too much, can't get back to it, and point for Huston-Tillotson. As Brianna Taylor checks back in. Taylor gave him a spark the last time she checked in. She can do it again for the Rams. Wood. Reeves. Barrett sends up over to Taylor, sent back down by Wood. Barrett. Taylor again. That one sent back by Hubbard. Back again. Taylor. Back. Martinez. Rivetta to Swain. Over the top of the defenders. Point for the Saints. Raven Swain. And the net play there from Kalani Wood and Bailey Hubbard. Fantastic for the Saints. A 9-point lead as they've doubled them up here, 18-9. Raven Swain picking up her 6th kill now of the match. Nice dig, Thomas. Martinez sets up Swain. Swain back. Hubbard sneaks it over there, but 2 touches. Point for the Saints. Or for Huston-Tillotson, I'm sorry. So Tyson the serve here. Tatiana Tyson, sophomore from Houston, up and over. Thomas snakes it over, catches it just inside the line between Taylor and Tyson. Saints lead is at 9. So Raven Swain to serve now. Over for the senior from Pflugerville. Segura Thomas. Or Taylor, that is. Back it goes under the net. Point for Huston-Tillotson. Saints lead is at 8 now. So Barrett. Over. Thomas. Hubbard. Catches it just inside the line. Point Saints. So Bailey Hubbard will pick up her 5th kill of the match now. A freshman out of Helotes, 5'8". That's sent down by Moore. Bring Tillotson back to within 8. Moore picking up her 1st kill of the match. Salinas to serve here for Huston-Tillotson. Serve is over. Swain. Thomas. Rivetta. Barrett. Washington now sets up. And set over by Taylor. Kept alive. Grosso Fazio sent back at the net. Zagetta and Moore there at the net for Huston-Tillotson. And the lead is down to 7 now. Serve from Salinas. Fazio. Thomas. Cardenas at the net. Kept alive there by Thompson. Barrett. Back around over to Moore and underneath the net. No, and that's going to do it. Point for Huston-Tillotson. The Rams, after trailing by 9, now trail by 6 to the Saints here in set number 2. Trying to make a run here. Up it goes. Thomas. Fazio. Sent back at the net. Point. Actually, she's never got it over the net. 4 touches and a point for Tillotson. They're to within 5 now. Salinas to serve. Thomas. Rivetta. And point again. Is that one blocked by Thompson? And that'll bring Huston-Tillotson to within 4 and a timeout called by Coach Tiffin. We'll take it as well. Saints with a 4-point lead here in set number 2, leading 1-0. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back. Salinas, the serve is over. Fazio. Thomas to Rivetta, sent down again. The run continues for Huston-Tillotson, as they have scored 5 in a row now and trail by just 3 after trailing by as many as 9 here in the second set. Over the top, Fazio digs it up. Cardenas off of Salinas, point for the Saints. So Anissa Rivetta now to serve for the Saints. Kalani Wood to check in. As a quick discussion there, as they'll clean up some sweat there off the floor. As they do that, Coach Bo Rodriguez talks to Anissa Rivetta for a moment. Barrett over to Thompson, and Thompson has drawn the Rams back to within 3. Her first kill of the match to go with 2 digs. And Washington to serve. Service error, second one by Washington today. And the Saints take a 4-point advantage. That's the third service error by Huston-Tillotson. Barrett sent back at the net. No, it's not. Kept alive, though. Rivetta will send it over. Washington. Thompson sends it over, and that's going to go wide. Point Saints. Saints lead is at 5 now. Fazio comes out. Rivetta comes in. There's Fazio. Reeves to serve. Cardenas. Thompson there. Salinas. Thompson will send it back. Rivetta over to Swain. Off of Salinas. And misjudging it for a moment, but Thompson gets it to Tyson. Tyson sends it over. Rivetta back to Wood. Wood is going to go long and point for Huston-Tillotson. Saints lead is at 4 here. Reeves to serve again. Oh, I'm sorry, the lead. Saints lead is at 2. Barrett, Thompson sends it back, kept alive there. Olivetta. Swain sends it point, touched by the defender at the net for Huston-Tillotson. And the Saints will have a 3-point advantage here. So Martinez serves. Barrett. Up into the rafters. Swain into the net. Point for the Rams. Rams back to within 2. So a set that looked like it was heading to an easy victory for the Saints to take the second set has turned into something completely different now as the lead is down to 2. Rivetta. Swain sends it down and got it, Raven Swain. Set point for the Saints. So Raven Swain picks up her 8th kill of the match now to go with 12 digs. Thomas the serve. Barrett. Tyson into the net. Second set goes to the Saints, 25-21. They lead 2-0. We'll take a break. We'll be back with your third set in a moment. Saints try and wrap it up. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back, everybody. Maybe Gymnasium here on the beautiful campus of Our Lady of the Lake University on the west side of San Antonio. Mike Thompson here with you. Saints with a 2-0 lead over Huston-Tillotson University out of Austin, Texas. Saints 19-0 all-time against Huston-Tillotson, trying to make it 20-0. But more important, trying to take over sole possession of first place in the Red River Athletic Conference. Right now, both teams coming into tonight with the 6-0 records. As we still waiting here to get things going here. Set number 2. Final instructions there from the coaches. The assistant coach, Kayla Garrett, or the student assistant coach. So Ellington to serve first for Huston-Tillotson here in set number 3. Thomas, Hubbard, Swain, Levettis, Martinez, and Rivetta on the floor for the Saints. Swain sends that. Ellington digs it up. Back it comes there for Taylor. Set back, Rivetta sends it over. Barrett tries to sneak it up. Hubbard, Swain. Barrett again. That one's sent wide. And point for the Saints. As Jade Armour just sends it wide. So we had to check from the officials just to make sure. Didn't touch anybody. They said didn't. So point for the Saints. Thomas to serve here. So Lisa Thomas with 3 kills, 6 digs tonight. She also has 11 assists for the Saints. Olivetta, Thomas, Hubbard, dug up by Washington. Reeves, sent over by Taylor. Thomas, back, Rivetta, and point for the Saints. 12 assists for Thomas. And Rivetta picking up kill number 4. Saints lead is 2-0 here, set number 3. Up 2 sets to nothing. Ellington, Barrett across over to Taylor. Sent down at the net there, point for Huston-Tillotson as the block goes wide. Rams on the board, trailing by 1 here. Jade Armour to serve. Freshman from San Antonio. Thomas, Hubbard. Back down, point Saints. Is not able to send it back over the net. Hubbard now 6 kills for the freshman from Helotes. And Raven Swain to serve. Just sends it over. Washington diving to keep it alive. Taylor up and over. Swain. Thomas. Across. Fazio. Up in there. Washington can't do it. Point Saints. 4-1. The attack kill there, Natalie Fazio. And that's going to be her 5th of the match. Swain over. Ellington service ace for Raven Swain. So the senior now 2 service aces to go with 9 kills and 13 digs. She was named Defender of the Week for the Red River. And violation. And a point there for Huston-Tillotson. As Barrett to serve. Thomas, Rivetta, sent back, Hubbard, Thomas, across, Fazio, Ellington, there, sent down by Moore, back, Moore's shot was sent back, now Taylor over. And that's off of Rivetta and point for Huston-Tillotson. So the serve coming for Barrett, up and over. Thomas, Fazio, Ellington there, Barrett, Taylor, and Raven Swain, and Martinez goes face first into the court, but gets up quickly. And the Saints lead, which was 4 a moment ago, is down to just 1. And the serve again for Barrett. Another freshman from Lamarck. Rivetta. It's going to go wide, and we're tied at 5. So 4 in a row now for Huston-Tillotson. Looking to try and take their first lead since set number 1. Thomas, Hubbard had to adjust there, and a bit of luck there as it gets over. It kind of bounces around like a ping pong there between Tillotson players. And a point for the Saints gives us OLLU the lead by 1. Segure sends it over. Hubbard. Rivetta puts it down. Anissa Rivetta. And a 2-point advantage. Rivetta 5 kills now and 5 digs for Rivetta. And she also has 14 assists for the Saints tonight. Barrett, Taylor, Swain keeps it alive. Up top, Rivetta sends it down. Anissa Rivetta. So Rivetta now. 6 kills now for Rivetta. Swain and Saints trying to keep it alive, and it's going to head off into the tunnel. And a point for Huston-Tillotson as the Rams back to within 2 now. As Vanessa Salinas now to serve. Senior from Richmond, Texas. Up and over. Fazio. Thomas. Rivetta again. Anissa Rivetta, 7 kills. And the Saints lead is 3, and Rivetta now to serve. Rivetta 7 kills, 5 digs, 14 assists. Over to Thompson, kept alive by Martinez. Rivetta sets that up. Fazio there. Barrett. Pushed over by Salinas. Out point Saints. Four-point lead here for the Saints. Here in set number 3. Rivetta. Salinas. Barrett. Zagetta gets it over. Martinez. That's up for Wood. Wood off of Washington. Point Saints. Kalani Wood, 5 kills now. So Rivetta to serve. And a timeout called by Huston-Tillotson. Saints with a 5-point lead here, and the lead as they lead 2 sets to nothing. Trying to close it out and go to 7-0 in conference play in first place. Men's golf finished up the 2017 Flyer Intercollegiate hosted by Lewis University with a victory, coming in first place out of 5 teams at the Cog Hill Golf and Country Club in Lamont, Illinois. On Thursday, the men and women's soccer will be in action. They'll take on Wiley College in Red River Athletic Conference play. Women's game starts at 1 o'clock. The men will start at 3 o'clock. Volleyball is going to be on the road as they'll hit the road tomorrow. Their first match will be on Thursday. They'll be in Lake Wales, Florida for the Warner University Royal Classic. And again, that'll be on Thursday, their match there. Men and women's cross-country teams will run in the UIW Invitational hosted by the University of Incarnate Word. That's going to be on Saturday. Women's softball will begin their fall season this weekend on Saturday at the OLLU softball field. The Saints are hosting the OLLU round robin. That'll take place on the 7th and the 8th, Saturday and Sunday. So start the new season with 25% off all sweatshirts at saintsgear.com through October the 9th, and visit the website, www.ollusaintsathletics.com, #OLLU Volleyball. Barrett sets around there. It was sent over by Moore, but back it goes. Fazio keeps it alive there. Cardenas. Rivetta sends it back. Salinas. Barrett across to Thompson. Thompson's going to go in just inside the line. Point for Huston-Tillotson. As the Rams pull to within 4 here. Victoria Zagetta. Rivetta. Fazio. Off the fingertips there of Moore and Armour, and point for the Saints. So Natalie Fazio to serve. Leads the team in aces with 29 on the season. Barrett, round to Thompson. Fazio keeps it alive. Across over to Swain. Sends it back. Barrett, Washington. Moore. And confusion there between Fazio and Rivetta, not knowing who was going to take it. And it leads to a point for Huston-Tillotson. So Reeves to serve here. Cat Reeves, sophomore from San Marcos, sends the serve over. Martinez up. Swain times it, puts it down there. Reeves keeping it alive. Now Salinas. as Armour just sends it over. Rivetta sets across over to Swain. Washington right into Thompson. Point for the Saints. And Raven Swain picks up her 10th kill of the match now. So Martinez to serve. Marina Martinez to serve. Junior from McAllen. And that's going to be a point for the Saints. Service ace for the Saints. Marina Martinez. And that'll be the third service ace for the Saints tonight. Martinez again. Up and over. To Salinas. Barrett. Thompson. Olivetta trying to get back there. It's going to be down. Point for Tillotson. As Thompson picks up her 4th kill. Ellington down to serve for Huston-Tillotson. The serve is over. Olivetta. That's going to be 2 touches on Raven Swain there. And the Rams draw to within 4 here in set 3. Rivetta. Wood. Snuck it back, but Martinez there. Rivetta. Wood. Barrett. Washington sets up for more. And mishit by Martinez. And just like the last set, every time the Saints, you think they have a lead, Tillotson makes a run. And they're now back to within 3 here in set 3. Over the top, kept alive nicely. Beautiful dig there from Olivetta. Barrett, cross over to Taylor, and that one no one can get to. And point for the Rams. As Brianna Taylor put that down, it's going to be a timeout call by Coach Stiffen. We'll take it as well. Saints lead by 2, 14-12, and up 2 sets to nothing. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back, everybody. Saints with a 2-point advantage here in set number 3, 14-12. The serve over by Ellington. As Huston-Tillotson has fought back into it again. Barrett over to Taylor, off of Hubbard and Wood. And the Saints lead is now down to 1. Ellington serves again. Over. Olivetta. And miss-hit service ace. It's Ellington, her 2nd service ace of the match now. And we're tied at 14 as Huston-Tillotson tries to take their first lead since the first set again here. Over the top, Taylor. Swain into the net. Huston-Tillotson takes it. That first lead since set number 1. Ellington, up and over. Wood. Rivetta to Hubbard. Off Washington. Ellington. Taylor sends it back. Olivetta. Rivetta across. Swain. Swain, Washington sends back. Ellington over. Taylor, top of the net. 4 hits and touch. Point for the Saints. We're tied at 15 again. So Thomas into serve now for the Saints. Lisa Thomas, freshman, will send it up and over. Barrett as Taylor, but kept alive there. Olivetta up high. Swain sends it back. Washington. Barrett. Ellington from back deep will send it over. Thomas sets ahead. Hubbard sent back down. At a point for Huston-Tillotson. They take the lead back again at 16-15. Segura will check in. Armour will serve for Huston-Tillotson. Serve for Armour's over. Thomas sneaks it there, but there's Reeves. Barrett over to Taylor. And going to be violation on the Saints there on Hubbard, and it's going to be a 2-point lead now for Huston-Tillotson. Serve for Armour. Lavetta, Thomas, Swain, back, Rivetta, Thomas, back, Rivetta, out, point Saints. Blocked out there by Taylor and Zagite. So Raven Swain serve. Reeves, Barrett. Over to Taylor. Taylor finds it in. And again, a 2-point lead for Huston-Tillotson. Barrett to serve. Barrett's serve is over. Thomas across to Fazio into the net. Point, Huston-Tillotson. Not the same energy for the Saints here in this third set that we saw the previous two. Barrett, up and over, Fazio. Martinez. Fazio will send it back there, Ellington. Barrett, across to Taylor. Taylor puts it down again. And a 4-point lead as Taylor picks up her 15th kill of the match. And the Saints trail by 4 here in set number 3. Have a 2-0 lead. We'll take a break. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back to Maybe Gymnasium. Saints trail by 4 here in this third set. They lead 2-0. But would like to close it out if they can, and Hubbard puts it down. Bailey Hubbard picking up her 8th kill of the match now. The Saints are within 3. That's Hubbard to serve now. Up and over. Washington, Barrett. Cross over to Taylor, up at the net. Thomas, Hubbard, Rivetta. And it's going to be wide and point for Huston-Tillotson. So back to a 4-point lead. So Salinas, the serve here for Huston-Tillotson. 2 service aces and the service error there, point Saints. Saints to within 3. Anissa Rivetta to serve. Rivetta sends it over. Barrett mishits it, so Zagata with some difficulty there. But Martinez now. Fazio right off of Moore. At a point for the Saints. Saints are within 2 now. Fazio picks up her 8th kill of the match. Anissa Rivetta serving. Barrett over to Moore. Another dig there from Raven Swain. Salinas slides in there. Thompson puts it down. And a roar from the bench from Huston-Tillotson. Thompson picks up her 6th kill of the match now. Zagita sends it. Rivetta. Fazio! Natalie Fazio puts it down. And the Saints are back to within 2 now. Fazio 9 kills on the match. So the serve here from Fazio. Sends it over. Salinas can't do it. 30th service ace of the season for Natalie Fazio, leads the team. And the Saints are to within 1 now of Huston-Tillotson. Serve is over, Salinas. Barrett, Moore back. Fazio digs it up. Rivetta. Raven Swain sent back. Rivetta set there for Wood. Off the fingertips. Point for the Saints. We've tied it up. Saints trailed by 4 a moment ago, and they've tied it up now at 22 apiece. Timeout called, Huston-Tillotson. We're tied up here in the 3rd set. Saints lead 2-0. We'll take a break. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back. We're tied at 22 here in the 3rd set. Saints up 2-0. Battle for first place here in the Red River Athletic Conference on the line here. Both teams 6-0. Fazio, serve. Kept alive there by Thompson. Barrett, back. Salinas, back. Fazio. Rivetta. Wood. Sends it. Barrett. Up in the air by Moore. Salinas back again. Rivetta mishits it. And point for Huston-Tillotson. 23-22. Saints trail by 1. Reeves now to serve. Reeves serve. Rivetta. Swain. Thompson up. Barrett. Reeves will send it over. Kept up by Rivetta. Caranas back. Barrett across over to Thompson. Thompson puts it down. And set point now for Huston-Tillotson. So the serve coming here for Reeves. Up and over. Martinez. Rivetta. Caranas sent back down. Huston-Tillotson will take the 2nd set, 25-22. Saints lead 2-1. We'll switch sides. Back in a minute for set 4. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back, everybody. Third set about to get underway as the Saints drop that second set there, 25-22, but lead 2-1 as we enter set number 4. Both teams 6-0 in Red River Athletic Conference play. A tie for first place, 2 games ahead of both Wiley and St. Thomas. As we get ready to go here. Anissa Thomas to serve. The serve there, Ellington. Barrett. Cross over to Thompson off the defenders. Point for Huston-Tillotson. Or Taylor, that was. Armour sends it over. Thomas. Cross over to Hubbard. And unable to keep that one alive there is Armour, and point for the Saints. We're tied at 1. Natalie Fazio checking in. Raven Swain to serve. Raven's serve is over. Ellington. Barrett. Over there to Taylor. Kept alive. Martinez. Swain from back deep. Sends it there. Again. Sent around. Taylor. Kept alive, Martinez. Thomas. Swain again. Back it goes, Washington. Barrett, back. Ellington. Martinez. Thomas gets a clean set. Hubbard, wide and point. Huston-Tillotson. Rams with a 2-1 lead here in set number 4. Barrett with the serve. Up and over. Hubbard over. Barrett there with it. Washington. Cross Taylor and down 3-1. Tillotson with the lead. Barrett to serve again. Barrett to serve. Into the net. Service error. Point for the Saints. As the Saints now trail by 1, 3-2. As Bailey Hubbard to serve. And a service ace for Bailey Hubbard. As Hubbard now her first ace of the night. 9 kills to go with that. And that's the 5th ace for the team. Barrett over to Zagede. Barrett back. Ellington wide, point Saints. The Saints take the lead. They take it back here and they lead 4-3. Hubbard here to serve. Barrett sent down by Moore. Back against Swain. Back against Swain. Thomas. Fazio sends it back. Ellington there. Barrett 2 touches. Point Saints. 2-point lead. Hubbard serve. Ellington, Barrett, back around, sent down by Taylor. And Taylor now with 18 kills in the match for Huston-Tillotson. Salinas here to serve. Saints with a 1-point advantage here. And the serve is over. Swain, Thomas, around, Rivera. Barrett, Washington. Thompson sends it wide, point Saints, the lead is 2. Anissa Rivera. Up and over. Barrett sends it high to Thompson. And Martinez off of her and away, point Huston-Tillotson. Washington here to serve. Serve is over. Swain, Rivera, Fazio. Moore was there. Barrett up. Now over to Armour. Armour catches the top of the net but gets it over. And we're tied at 6. Washington to serve again. Put over. Martinez. Rivera. Fazio. Barrett. Washington. Set, and it's just in there by Moore. And Huston-Tillotson takes the lead back at 7-6. Washington to serve again. Thompson 9 kills now. Up and over. Martinez. Rivera. Cardenas can't get it in. Just long point. Tillotson a 2-point lead now for the Rams. Washington to serve again. Serve is over. Swain, Rivera. Fazio on the line. Natalie Fazio. Saints back to within 1. 10 kills now for Fazio. And Fazio to serve. Team's leader in aces on the season. She has 1 tonight. Sends that one. Washington. Barrett. Up ahead. Washington sent back in the net by Cardenas. Armour. Swain. Martinez up. 2 touches and point for Huston-Tillotson. A 2-point lead now for the Rams. And Reeves will come in. Cat Reeves the serve. Swain off Salinas. And the Rafters trying to keep it going. Thompson will send it over. Rivera sets up. Cardenas on the line. Point Saints. Saints are within 1 now. Martinez the serve. Martinez up and over. Armour sends it long. Point Saints. We're tied at 9. It's sent long by Armour. And now Martinez the serve. Looks. Comes over. Dug up. Nice by Martinez. Rivera. Barrett. Thompson. Swain. Rivera sets up. Swain again. And that's going to go wide. Point. Huston-Tillotson and the Rams will take the lead back now. Ellington coming in to serve here. Up and over. Hubbard over the top. Mistimed the jump, but still able to get it over the defenders. And the Saints tied at 10. Olivetta's in. Thomas the serve. The serve is over. Barrett. Cross over to Taylor. Sets up by Thomas. Rivera over the top of the fingertips. Hits the floor. Saints take the lead back. Back and forth. Back and forth this 4th set. As Thomas the serve. Thomas with 3 kills, 10 digs tonight. And 20 assists for the Saints. The serve. Ellington. Barrett. Back to Armour. Back down. Point Saints. Raven Swain there to pick up the block. As Thomas to serve. A 2-point advantage now for the Saints. Barrett. Ellington. Martinez. Thomas. Hubbard. Wide. So Tillotson back to within 1 as Armour to serve. Thomas across. Raven Swain And the senior from Pflugerville picks up her 11th kill. She's also got 2 service aces tonight as she's set to serve here. And 21 digs. Reeves, Barrett across, over to Taylor. Taylor will put it down. Taylor will bring him back to within 1, and Taylor's monster night continues as she has 19 kills on the night. Barrett to serve. Swain, Thomas, Hubbard, down there, Bailey Hubbard. Will give the Saints a 2-point lead again. Hubbard, her 11th kill of the night for the freshman from Helotes. Hop it over. Barrett sends a cross over to Taylor, 20 kills for Taylor. As a team, Huston-Tillotson 43 kills on the night. And Brianna Taylor has 20 of those 43 kills. Salinas over. Dug up Martinez. Thomas back. Rivetta off Salinas. Salinas will send it over. Martinez. Thomas puts it up. Fazio. Barrett. 2 touches there by Thompson. And point for the Saints. And the Saints lead is back to 2 here. Anissa Rivetta to serve. Kalani Wood checks in as Thomas steps out. Saints lead is 15-13 here. Rivetta serves. Barrett back over to Zagini. Dug up by Swain. Fazio back of the net. Martinez, nice one. Rivetta around to Wood. Wood pushes it over. Barrett. Salinas sends it back. Martinez digs it. Back around now, Fazio. Fazio off the defenders. Points net for the Saints. 11 kills for Fazio. And a timeout, Huston-Tillotson. Saints with a 3-point lead here in set number 4, leading 2-1. First place is on the line. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. Welcome back, everybody. Maybe Gymnasium here on the beautiful campus of Our Lady of the Lake University. Saints with a 3-point advantage here over Huston-Tillotson and a 2-1 lead here in set 4, trying to close it out. Rivetta. Service ace! First ace of the night for Rivetta. 6th ace as a team to go with her 9 kills, 6 digs, and 23 assists tonight. Rivetta, Wood, Barrett, around over to Thompson, dug up by Swain. Rivetta, 2 touches. That is something the Saints have been called for a lot this year. Washington to serve. Rivetta sets up Wood into the net. And Tillotson back to within 2 here as Washington serving. It was Washington that was serving last set. That led to the big run for Tillotson to get back into it. And then Ellington came along and really put him over the top, and starting to look a little familiar here. Saints with a 1-point advantage now. 17-16, Washington to serve again. But over. Martinez. Rivetta. Wood. Barrett catches it. Washington. Thompson sends it over. And Huston-Tillotson has tied it up again. And Thompson now with 9 kills for Huston-Tillotson. Washington serving. Over. Rivetta. Wood sends it long. And Huston-Tillotson takes the lead. And a timeout called by Coach Tiffin, as the Saints' lead has evaporated and now belongs to Huston-Tillotson. Men's golf finished up in first place today at the 2017 Flyer Intercollegiate hosted by Lewis University at Cog Hill Golf and Country Club in Lamont, Illinois. On Thursday, the men and women's soccer team will be at home at the OLLU soccer field. They'll be taking on Wiley College. Women start at 1 o'clock, and men will be at 3 o'clock. Volleyball team after today will be heading off to Florida, Lake Wales, Florida, where they will participate in the Warner University Royals Classic starting on Thursday. Men and women's cross-country teams will be at the UIW Invitational hosted by the University of Incarnate Word. That'll be on Saturday. Women's softball will begin their fall season this weekend on Saturday at the OLLU softball field. The Saints are hosting the OLLU Round Robin October 7th and 8th. And don't forget to start the new season with 25% off fall sweatshirts at OLLUSaintsGear.com through October the 9th. And for updates on all Saints activities, visit the website www.OLLUSaintsAthletics.com. Follow the Saints on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and Twitter. Use the hashtag OLLU Volleyball. Washington to serve here, as she has served Huston-Tillotson to the lead here in the fourth set. Martinez, Fazio will send it over. Swain gets it over. As Thompson diving for it. And the Saints have tied it up, and Raven Swain now with 12 kills on the match to go with 23 digs for the senior from Pflugerville. Natalie Fazio now with the serve. Sends it over. Washington. Barrett. Moore will send it over. Rivetta. Martinez now sets back to Swain. Sent out in point for the Saints. 19-18, Saints lead. Fazio serve. Fazio with 1 ace tonight. She's got 30 on the season. Leads the team. Make it 2 on the night and 31 for the season. The Saints lead is at 2. And a timeout called. Huston-Tillotson. We're going to step away as well. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back, everybody. Maybe Gymnasium here on the beautiful campus of Our Lady of the Lake University. Saints with a 2-point advantage here. And the lead 2-1 here in set number 4. Natalie Fazio serving. Up and over. Sliding in there, Salinas to keep it alive. Thompson sends it over. Rivetta. Back over to Wood. Off the defender. Was it? Touch point Saints. 3-point advantage now for the Saints. Fazio to serve again. There's Washington. Thompson just trying to keep it alive. Now Armour. Fazio. Rivetta. Got enough. Over the top. Finds the line. Point Saints. Fazio to serve here. 4-point lead. Barrett over the top, off the net. Didn't get over. 4 touches, point for the Saints. 23-18 now the score. Here in set number 4, Saints leading 2-1. Natalie Fazio, a junior from Plano with the serve. Washington, Barrett sends it around. Thompson off of Wood there at the net. Actually, no. Actually, point for Huston-Tillotson. Got a little confused there with the hand gesture. They did, but it was a point for Huston-Tillotson. So here comes the serve here. It's 23-19. And here comes the serve from Kat Reeves. Martinez, Rivetta sets around to Swain. Raven Swain! Match point for the Saints. So match point for the Saints as Raven Swain gets her 14th kill of the match. Martinez the serve. And 2 touches. That'll do it. Saints win it 25-19. And your Our Lady of the Lake University Saints women's volleyball is in first place all by themselves. At 7-0 in conference play, 11-5 overall. Huston-Tillotson will drop to 6-1 in conference and 12-5. Saints have now won 10 of 11 and 6 in a row. As I'll double check that, but I believe it was 6-0, but we'll have to double check that. But the Saints get the victory here tonight. Here against Huston-Tillotson. Some of your stats for tonight. Overall, the Saints finished the match with 61 kills, 45 for Huston-Tillotson. Attack percentage was almost even. Huston-Tillotson 183, Saints at 182. Saints with 57 assists, 41 for Huston-Tillotson. 75 digs for the Saints, 68 for Huston-Tillotson. 7 aces for the Saints, 1 for Huston-Tillotson. The big thing with that for the Saints tonight was just 1 service error. Leader in kills tonight, 14 for Raven Swain. Behind her, also a double digit in kills, Natalie Fazio with 11. For the junior, Bailey Hubbard, the freshman, she also had 11, and 9 for Anissa Rivetta. Digs tonight, 23 for Raven Swain, 18 for Marina Martinez, and 10 for Anissa Thomas. Assist leader, 26 for Anissa Rivetta, and 23 for Anissa Thomas. Again, the Saints get the victory tonight. They will go to 7-0 in conference play. And 11-5 overall. Huston-Tillotson will drop to 6-1 and go to 12-5 overall. That is 6 in a row now for the Saints, and 10 of their last 11 have been victories for the Saints. Next volleyball matchup we'll have at home for you. That will be coming up against Wiley. That'll be on the 13th of October, 6 o'clock start time. Then on Saturday afternoon, St. Thomas out of Houston traveling to town, be a 1 o'clock start time. Next broadcast of OLLU Saints Athletics will be tomorrow, starting at 1 o'clock as women's soccer take on Wiley College. And at 3 o'clock, the men will be taking on Wiley College. And then again this weekend, doubleheader of soccer starting at 1, women and men, as they take on Texas A&M Texarkana. Saints get the victory. They win it 3-1 over Huston-Tillotson, 7-0, and in first place in the Red River Athletic Conference. So from everybody out here at Mabee Gymnasium, Mike Thompson saying so long, everybody. We'll see you next time.